All right, we're in between thunderstorms. And this morning I got up there on the roof and I decided it'd be best to replace the caulking on the seams. And I'm glad I did, because as I was scraping out the caulking, there was water behind it. Alright, so I'll show you what I did. Right there, here's a seam, and we scraped out the caulking. And there's one in the back, one there, one here, and over there you can see them all the way up there. Scraped out all this caulking, and it started raining and thundering. I was okay with the rain, but the thunder, lightning was kind of spooking me, so I stopped. But I got as far as getting out the simple green, and I scrubbed all the seams clean and then hosed it off. So now it's nice and warm up here. Even with this white paint, it's almost too hot to touch. So that's going to be good to dry it off. So I got my soap and water, got some paper towels. Gotta go back down to get my caulking. And we're going to smear some glue in these seams and hopefully not make a disastrous mess. I'll show you when we're done. All right, I'm back. Went and got my hat, and I had to go get my knee pads because the roof is just too darn hot. All right, here we go again. Bye. All right, caulking job on the roof is done. So I started at the front of the bus, and I tried to do it by just working clean and wiping as I went along. And it ain't bad, but it was just going kind of slow and coming out kind of crappy. Yes, it's going to be painted over the top of that, so we're not going to see it, but had a hard time living with what I was doing. So then I started to use masking. Actually, here's a piece of it still stuck right here. I used packaging tape. I can't reach it now. And I just put packaging tape along the edge. The middle part here I did already. Nice, neat line. And I got better as I went along. Now they do sell this caulking in white, and it would have been great if I used white caulking. It would look even better. But I bought the black for another project, and it's what I had, so that's what I'm using. So you can see the lines are looking nice and clean. Alright. So the trick to using polyurethane caulking is masking for one, and then right after you apply it, use soapy water. It's about a third dishwashing liquid and 2/3 water, and it's real slick, and then you could smear the stuff around with your finger and it doesn't stick to your finger. So when you're doing the masking job, when you put the soapy water on top of the masking tape, or packaging tape as it may be, use your finger along it and make sure I worked the caulk up in the groove. There's a space between the two sheets there, a little thin space, and work it in really hard, and then when you pick up the tape, there's just that thin line wherever the tape wasn't. Now in the back here it was kind of tough because I had a double little go around the corner thing over there on both sides, and then when I was done I came back and the top of these rivets looked like they might have been getting some rust on them, so I went ahead and just went around all the rivets. So there you go, man. Next job, the flange. And make it look like the one up there. I still got to clean off the bottom of the flange where the caulking, the original caulking is on it. But then we're going to take the heat gun and bend the four corners downward some, because they've deformed from being out here in the sun for 10 years. And reshape the flange so it'll sit nice and flat like that one up there. And then we'll caulk it down with polyurethane caulking. So there we go, man. The hard stuff is done.